Welcome to Surf Studio. Surf Lifesaving is filled with so many fantastic people and inspiring stories, and Surf Studio is designed to share some of these stories from across the country and across all areas of lifesaving. In this week's episode of Surf Studio, the 2020 Queensland surf girl Sonita Leng-Cole from Alexandra Headland Surf Lifesaving Club talks to us about her amazing journey through surf lifesaving, from nipper to surf girl winner, and what's next for her. We then catch up with Kerrie Curtis from Hampton Lifesaving Club in Victoria, who tells us about the incredible work of the Starfish Nippers program and the all-inclusive Carnival Day that won them Lifesaving Victoria's Outstanding Achievement of the Year award. And finally, we head to Bondi Surf Bathers Lifesaving Club to take a look at the Silver Salties Walk and Talk program to hear about how it began, the benefits, and how your club can get involved and start the Silver Salties program.
And on Surf Studio today, we have a very special guest with us in the studio. It is Sonita Leng-Cole, all the way from Alexandra Headlands. Sonita, a big congratulations in order. You've just taken out the Surf Girl title for 2020.
Yes, hi, thank you so much for having me.
Sonita, it must be such an honour to take out the title with all of those amazing ladies competing for the title as well. Can you tell us what is Surf Girl and what does it all mean?
Yeah, so Surf Girl is a female development program. It's been around for 56 years now. The aim is to promote volunteering, get out into the community, engage with our community members, and do a bit of fundraising. All the fundraising goes back into life-saving equipment. So we do the program for a year. We're ambassadors for the club, and then our final week is a judging week. So we go down and we do different skills. So we do a CPR demonstration, rescues. We do community education, we do panel interviews, we do speeches, and we're judged all over on our skills and everything that our knowledge of surf lifesaving.
At the Surf Girl Gala dinner, we see all of these amazing ladies up on stage celebrating what has been a massive year for them, but it's really not an individual event. You must have such an amazing support group behind you.
A lot of the clubs only do it sort of once every 2, 3, 4 years because it is an entire club effort. There's no way you could do it individually. So we have ourselves, and obviously we're the drivers and we set our own goals and we want to do what we want to do throughout the season, but we have a committee. And I had a committee that had someone from sort of all different aspects of the club so that I could communicate with them, and then they could go out into their kind of areas of the club or the places that they spent the most time, and they could either recruit helpers or get ideas or just find different fundraising avenues and things like that. So to make sure it is successful is to be able to get all of your members involved. It's not a one-person job. We are the face of it, and we're probably a bit of the driving force, but without their help, there's no way that you can succeed with events or fundraising or getting all of the different inspired ideas as well that comes from everyone.
Now, Alexandra Headland sounds like such an amazing club to be a part of. Can you tell us more about your experience there?
Yeah, Alex is incredible. So I've been there since I was about 13 years old, so about 12 years now, and everything that I've wanted to do in surf lifesaving, every door I've wanted to have a little look in, Alex has just totally opened it, been excited to allow me to do it. There's been so many inspiring mentors and other people around the club that are just phenomenal, and it's such an incredible family. It doesn't matter when you go down there, there's always going to be members around that want to have a chat, want to get to know you, want to help out. And it's just a happy place to be all the time. I love it. I really do. I truly do love just being at the club with everyone that's there.
Sonita, you must be so busy down at Alex. You've just taken out Surf Girl, but you're also patrol captain, IRB driver. You must be so busy.
I'm fortunate enough to get to be involved in pretty much everything. So I am a patrol captain. I'm also an IRB driver, and I do jump across a few different patrols to fill the different areas and to learn from different people too, because I think that's a super important part of continuing to upskill. The main thing that I'm super passionate about at the club is the youth involvement. So I love getting down to like nippers and under 14 and 15 events, doing all the programs as well. And I've been super fortunate to just be able to go and do all of them whenever I want to do them. So any programs that Alex runs or that Sunshine Coast runs, or often that Surf Lifesaving Queensland runs, put my hand up. Alex is happy to support me, happy to send me along. And it's just It's the best. It's just so good to be involved in everything.
Sonita, you've been involved in SLSA's National Leadership College before. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It's so hard to explain the program. Everyone goes to it and everyone comes back being like, you're just going to love it. And I can't describe why, but you're going to love it. And you leave being like, I can't describe why, but I loved it. And you're going to love it too. I'm still in touch with everyone that we went to NLC with. And I have no doubt that I will stay in touch with everyone that I went to NLC for a long time to come. We're all very similar. We all love surf lifesaving. We all want to be involved. And it's such a great community or network to bounce ideas off and to learn how other states do it and to be able to bring those really exciting ideas back to our club and back to our state. But NLC, I cannot recommend it enough to anyone that is interested in bettering themselves, in bettering their leadership skills, in getting out of their comfort zone. It is just such an exciting and incredible week, and you just leave feeling so fulfilled and just so inspired and excited to just continue in surf lifesaving and continue in your own personal, professional life development as well.
Sonita, your lifesaving resume is so impressive already. You've taken out Surf Girl, you've been to National Leadership College. This year, you were also named the Sunshine Coast Branch Lifesaver of the Year. Where do we go from here?
It's a little bit up in the air at the moment. So I do ideally want to go down the training and assessing path. I want to stay super involved in the youth section of both Alex and obviously the branch and the state as well. There's not much that I can build upon this season. This season is going to be the best that I've ever had and probably will have for a lot of years, but I'm excited to have a new adventure. Definitely the training and assessing I would love to be involved in, and I'll keep going with the youth because that really is my main passion. In surf lifesaving at the moment, I just can't get enough of youth programs and leadership and development and seeing the kids smile and get out of their comfort zone and have a bit of fun. So who knows?
Sonita, it seems crazy that we have just wrapped up Surf Girl for 2020, but registrations are open. They're actually closing very soon for next year's program. That's the 31st of August if anybody is thinking of being involved. If there were a few ladies out there who are thinking that they might like to participate in next year's program, what advice would you give to them?
I would just say jump in and do it. It has been one of the most amazing things I have been a part of. I know the surf club has gotten a lot out of it. My committee members, my friends, my family. I just want to say, get out and do it. Get out of your comfort zone. You'll develop yourself. You'll develop those people around you. You'll be inspired. You'll become passionate and you'll just have a fantastic year. So if you're thinking about doing it, if you're on the edge, just jump in, do it. You'll love it.
Sonita, it has been so lovely having a chat with you today, and to celebrate your win in Surf Girl, we hope that you have a very lovely off season. You really deserve a break now. We can't wait to see you on the beach again soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. It's been great. Thank you.
Welcome back to Surf Studio. Today I'm joined by Kerrie Curtis, who is the founder of Starfish Nippers at Hampton Lifesaving Club. Kerrie, welcome to Surf Studio.
Thanks for having me.
Kerrie, tell us a little bit about the program and how it became about.
It's now, we're just about to head into our 8th season at Hampton Lifesaving Club. And 8 years ago, I was one of the directors of the club and attended the Lifesaving Victoria annual Lifesaving Operations conference and heard an inspirational speaker called Janet Jones, and she was one of the founders at Anglesey Surf Lifesaving Club. And it just sounded such an awesome program. I went to my president at the time and said, love to start this up. And within 6 weeks, we had started the program. It's that easy.
And tell us, who does the program cater for?
The program caters for anybody and everybody. It's all abilities. So we don't have an age limit. We've got kids that are 5 and 6, and we've got kids that are 18, 19, 20-year-old. And any form of challenges they like. We have got kids who have intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, developmental. A lot of kids are on the autism spectrum, ADHD. So whatever is just fine. We work with the parents and the family and the kids and focus on what their abilities are, not their disabilities, and make it happen.
And tell us about some of those abilities and tell us about how they have improved their self-confidence by being involved in a program like this?
Oh, gosh. My starfish are absolutely magical. They're absolutely magical young people. Little Tommy started with us right from the word go. He spent the first 2 seasons running up and down the sidewalk. Couldn't even get onto the sand. It was too much, too sensory, too overwhelming. And third year we managed to sort of introduce him to the sand, and he was playing on the sand with balls and whatnot. And this last season he was swimming. And he's been swimming, he's been asking for more, he's been on the board, he's been in waves, and his excitement is just palpable. Just watching his confidence grow has been so special, and his confidence over the seasons, with this quiet, very gentle fellow, and coming up now with this beaming smile and this beaming face saying, what are we doing today? And swimming and boards and things like that is just fabulous, absolutely. And he's just matured, and his confidence has grown no end. That's just sort of one of lots of sort of amazing impacts that the program is having. It's gold.
It must be very rewarding to yourself to see that sort of positivity and that change in a child.
It's the reason we do it, actually. It's the reason we do it, to see the impact, and the kids that come screaming down the beach. They come screaming down the beach going, Tracy or Kerrie or Jeff. As they're coming screaming down the beach, you just hear these kids screaming your name or screaming their mentor's name. And it's just priceless. And the thing is, we create a really fun and safe environment, which is the way the kids learn. And it's play-based, but we also do life-saving skills as well. So we try and sort of, we fit the program to the kids and their needs. So, yeah, it's been great.
And what about the community, the benefits it's had in the community at large around Hampton Lifesaving Club and the club itself? Tell us a bit about the auxiliary benefits that occur.
Seeing the benefit of the program for those kids and their families, and also a lot of my families have siblings that are in the Nippers program, so they're actually working alongside us. We're at exactly the same time, and some of these members are age group members, or they can see the positive benefit of the interaction of the whole family down the club. Last year we won the Victorian, we were a finalist and were highly commended at the Victorian Disability Awards. And this year, obviously, with the LSV, that we won the Outstanding Achievement Award for the year. So that's been something that has really sort of increased the profile of this program, which is fabulous, because I'd love to have this program in every lifesaving club throughout Australia, and that's the mandate of Starfish Australia as well. It takes very little to run for resources. It just takes that drive of somebody to start it.
And tell us about that. If there's a club out there that's thinking about having Starfish Nippers as part of their program, why should they take it on? What would you suggest them to do?
Oh gosh, it's really, really easy. We did it literally in just over a month. We got it sorted. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need anything special other than your people. Your people are the really, really important part of it. So all the young participants are supported one-on-one with a mentor or a trainer. We like to call them a mentor in the fact that they're just a person that's sort of standing beside them, going through this program with them. And they require that sort of to adjust the program and to help facilitate the program for the needs of the individual child. So, and for safety with that, obviously, around an aquatic environment as well. It's a really clear mandate, I think, which is fabulous with SLSA as well, about the beach safety and water awareness and water education. For example, LSV was telling about our children on the spectrum are 160 times more likely to drown than a typical child. So this is where it just aligns with LSV's and SLSA's philosophy of a safe beach, and this program facilitates that, and it's just fabulous. All the resources available with Starfish Australia. So there's programs, there's education, there's everything there to help you set up. And there's Janet Jones and myself. We're really, really happy to support any club that would like to start it up.
And tell us a bit about your professional career. You're a nurse. What have you taken, vice versa, from nursing into surf life saving, and what skills have you learned in surf life saving that you've taken into your professional life?
That's a really good question, actually. And there is a lot of interconnectedness with that as well. Yes, I'm a cancer nurse of 30 odd years. Love to death that, and have done that forever, and will be sort of do that forever as well. The medical training has certainly been helpful. And has given me some insight with that as well. We've got a number of kids who have a number of medical challenges, so it's sort of been great to sort of reassure the parents. Actually, I'm a nurse, I understand what you're talking to me about, tell me more about, so I can make sure that you feel safe and that your child feels safe and whatnot. I know what it's like when you've got a diagnosis, everyone focuses on the things you can't do. The really important thing is to sort of focus what you can do. But also, it brings that back into my work as well. The information, the connectedness, the communication skills, the leadership, the confidence as well. It travels both ways. So it's just been fabulous.
And I think that's a great example, an advertisement for finding your passion. Kerrie Curtis, thank you so much for joining us on Surf Studio. You're a credit to Hampton Lifesaving Club for what you're doing within the local community. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
I'm thrilled to be here at Bondi Beach to see the Silver Salties in action. The weather's put on a beautiful day for us here today. There's been some pretty torrid rain and storms and wet weather the last few days, but today's a beautiful day. I'm really looking forward to going out for a walk, doing some exercise with the Silver Salties and getting to know some of them here at Bondi. We really encourage the government, people remaining active, particularly in their old age, and particularly when we've got these health conditions we've got around us at the moment with coronavirus. It's so important to get out if you're in good health, to have some socially distant but social contact all the same, and to exercise and be physically fit. So we're supporting Silver Salties with a Move It Australia grant, a Better Ageing grant it's called, to help support clubs like this, activities like this, to get older people moving, keep them physically active and keep them in contact with their friends.
Silver Salties offers 20 programs that can be run from the surf club. And we're basically encouraging leaders to come forward from surf clubs to run programs from their surf club, and we're basically aiming for people over 65, but people under 65 is fine, and they can participate in all these programs that we've got on offer.
Laura Patel, the Silver Salties ambassador from Surf Lifesaving, she approached me because we do masters competing together, and she thought I was a good candidate, and I thought I've done this kind of thing, leading people on walking and running, a disabled running group, and I thought this is a great thing to do. It's a great initiative for our oldies out here, even though I'm now Silver Salty myself.
Well, I guess Silver Salties to me is reinforcing our role in the community, and to me, and I am a Silver Salty, what it's doing is bringing the community into our surf clubs and joining those that are in our surf clubs that are older members. And I think it's a great program. It's fantastic that the federal government of supporting the program of Silver Salties. And I think what it's going to do also is we'll gain a lot of knowledge and life experiences from those people who come from outside our surf clubs and come into inside. I think that we really want to express our gratitude to the federal government. They have really supported this Silver Salty program from the start, and it's all part of that better ageing and keeping active for our older members, and also for the older members of the community.
Thanks for watching Surf Studio. We would encourage you to get in touch with us to send through ideas or stories for future episodes. Contact the team via our social media channels or email us at surfstudio@slsa.asn.au.